These are Carolina Waliki and George Casasso from TRU Global Property Solutions, and we are here bringing you our weekly update to see so you can see what's happening with us, learn how we're growing our company, and hear about our wins and our progress and our challenges. So, George, you want to take us through what we did last week?
Sure. So last week we conducted 19 Zoom meetings with potential clients or existing clients. We did one live, which was a little less than we usually do. We had one educational Zoom. We started our real estate training Zoom. That was on Tuesday, I believe, at 7. And we attended 5 networking events, either by Zoom or live. We got a couple of leads. We got 4 leads last week, commercial leads. We got 3 residential leads, and we got a couple of deals that were started. I think 2 deals, plus we have another, what looks like a $20 million deal that we're going to have too.
Mm-hmm.
We had a pretty busy week.
And we have an accepted offer in the residential side as well.
Yes.
So things are moving along. We also did something. Well, so I want to go back a little bit to the educational session on Tuesday. So Tuesday nights, we're doing a real estate introductory investing session in which we're breaking down the numbers from very, very basic. And we're going to do that a few weeks, and then we're going to progress it and have different people come on and sort of educate us in different aspects of property acquisition, more specific to the commercial space. So that means 5 doors or more in terms of how many units in a property. We had a very good turnout. We had like 7 people or something like that.
I think 7.
Yeah, so it was great. So if you are interested in that, please just send us a message or look out for the posts. I'm pretty sure there's a link in bio and you can just join on Tuesday nights. So don't be shy, come on by. And if you can attend it, just reach out. We'll figure out a way to make it work for you so you can still get the information.
Yeah. And we put together a worksheet too that seemed pretty useful for people, for them to review deals.
Yeah, so one of the ways in which we're providing value to the community, right now it's being tailored towards or targeted towards the 10X community in the real estate space, is we help them break down the numbers of profitability of a particular property. Grant does a great job at providing the information in terms of how something can really be profitable and make you money as you are able to increase the rents and pull out equity, but we find that sometimes there's a little bit of confusion. He's an incredibly energetic person, so we're just wanting to catch up with the people that are having a really little bit of difficult time staying up with some of the numbers, which I many times have to go over and over it again because he does go through the information really, really fast, and repetition is great for that. So it's been really helpful for me to watch him over and over again. But then also clearly George has helped me break down a lot of the numbers over and over again. So if you're not so sure about them, if you feel like you're a little rusty on the numbers, feel free to join us.
Absolutely.
What else do we want? Oh, and we also planned our group networking events or the dinner. We did a dinner.
We did a dinner this week. I think we had 9 people.
Yeah.
And we're going to continue to do that every month. We also planned our calendar for next year up until June for different events we're going to be attending around the country for real estate related events. We're plugging away. We got wins and we just keep plugging away, and it's little by little.
Yeah, so something that we really enjoy doing and something that we've really found is helping us to strengthen relationships and be able to help them, and in turn they have sent people to us or sometimes done business with us, is strengthening our network and just strengthening those relationships with people. So we started doing monthly dinners. The first one was last month, and then this month on Saturday was the second one. It was amazing. If you're watching and you came, thank you for coming. If you are watching and you may be interested in joining or have questions about it, feel free to send us a message, and then we'll see the best way that we can include everybody as we continue to move these events forward. And then the monthly events is something that I'm super excited about too. If you know any real estate educational events or networking events that you're particularly excited about or that you're a part of and you'd like to join or share with us, that would be great because we're always looking to learn and expand. And, we will travel for these, which is part of the value of it and part of the excitement.
Absolutely.
And yeah. I also wanna touch upon a little bit of troubleshooting too and problem solving. George had an issue with a client and one particular loan, and he was able to problem solve with our lender and be able to fix the problem. So instead of avoiding it and saying, no, I'll fix it tomorrow, or delaying it, or kind of being embarrassed to have that difficult conversation with the client, so basically what he'd been promised by the lender, third party wasn't being delivered. George, you want to build upon it?
Yeah, we had an issue where the lender agreed to a certain timeline, and when it came down to it, that timeline was going to be drastically different by more than a month, and that was going to be an issue for our client. Um, one of the things I've always done throughout my business career is make the tough phone calls. And the reason I do that is because I would want someone to do it for me. Um, so it wasn't a pleasant call. It wasn't an easy call to make. Um, but we addressed the situation. We came up with a solution. The terms weren't as good, but we did everything we could to try and mitigate the difference. And ultimately, the client ended up being happy and actually called me and thanked me for being so transparent and addressing the issue rather than sweeping it under the rug and you know uh, ultimately causing him a major problem. So if you're in business, you got to do that. You got to make the tough calls. You got to deal with difficult situations sometimes, and we will always do that. So if you're doing business with us, you'll always have all the facts. Nothing will ever be sugar coated, and we're always going to be as upfront and transparent as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was a wonderful thing to watch. The client was expecting a solution by the following day, and by that day at 3 o'clock, the issue had been resolved. And by the following day, they had realized or they had facilitated it so that the outcome was going to be even better than initially promised. So it was great to watch. So, what age are we going to do today? We're going to do when we were how old?
I don't know.
We have nobody to pick a number. How do we pick a number? Next time I'm gonna bring dice.
Today's the 20th.
So should we do at the 20th
20.
when we were 20?
Yeah,
All right. Where were you when you were 20?
I was a stockbroker, and I think um, I think I had just started working in Manhattan for a company. I was at another company before that in Jersey City, and it was probably a year before I started my own business, my own stock business. So I was still getting up to speed and learning the business, um, making good money, doing crazy stuff that a 20-year-old would do when they have money. And yeah, that was, part of when I started developing the skills to really sell, learn how to sell. And I had moving out. I was living on my own. Um, I was living in Staten Island at the time, and Yeah, it was an interesting and fun time. You know, I hadn't fully developed into becoming a business owner yet, but I was very close. And I think I was putting the finishing touches on at that point to get ready to go out on my own.
Nice. When I was 20, I think I was just coming back. 20 years ago was, no, that's 23 years ago. That's when I was returning from a year long travel that I did with a group called Up With People, one of the most enriching times of my life. And I came back trying to settle myself in. I was diving into, well, I was waitressing and taking art classes because at the time I wanted to be a fine artist. I wanted to be an artist. So I would take classes when I didn't have to work and then work. So my first, maybe my second of four careers or something like that. Maybe five careers. Yeah, that's pretty much.
And you're
Yeah.
still
What did you say?
and you're still working. Only you're having fun now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I've never been one to look upon work as a drag. I've always seen work as an opportunity. Whether it was waitressing provided me the opportunity to go to school where I wanted to without taking out loans for undergraduate.
Yeah.
And as an immigrant, that was a gift.
Yep.
So I never really viewed working as a disadvantage, but rather as an opportunity. So I've never been one to think, oh my God, I get to work. No, I get to make money.
Yep.
That gets me what I want. It got me to go to college, which is what I really wanted. I remember the first day I sat because I took some time between high school and college. I remember the first day I sat in a classroom in college. I sat there with like wide eyes and I thought, holy crap. I just get to sit here and be the customer for the whole day. Like they just want to feed me information. This is amazing. It was so great. I was so happy. So I think sometimes when you have to hustle for things and when you take time in between, you appreciate them a lot more. So I've always been very appreciative of opportunities. So that was just one of them.
That's great.
Anyway, thank you for joining us today in our true journey, pun intended. We hope to see you next Monday at 9:30 on Facebook. These days on YouTube. And it lives on Facebook for a bit as we continue to share our journey building our business. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.